Hey, it's Faith Talk Live. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Ratcliffe.
Juan Devevo with us. No, he's not with Mercy Me anymore. He's with Casting Crowns.
I had to quit that.
I quit that.
I didn't know if you guys wanted me to chime in at the end. You said Dick and you know, I said Dan. How many
Dick
people
ran and
Dick and ran? How many people do that? Nobody? Just me?
You're the first, I think, Juan.
You're the only one. That's a special.
Dick and Dan and Juan. Thought I was going to chime in.
Yeah.
Well, we could do it again. Hey, it's Rick.
And Dan Ratcliffe.
And I'm Juan Devevo.
There you go.
Hey, pretty good.
I have a radio voice.
You're
Yeah,
wasting.
you
You're wasting your time with Crowns. You should be in broadcasting.
Well, some would argue to the contrary.
If only Dan and I would have made the right decision some 30 and 40 years ago. Look where we'd be.
What
right?
could have happened?
Hey, Juan with us. We always have a good time with Juan. Juan's not only in Crowns, but he's also a comic, husband, father. He does it all. And now
he burns wood.
Yeah, that's what he's doing now. He's selling burnt wood that people can put on the side of their house. It seems to be is it a fad in Japan that everybody, it's the rate.
Nothing's a fad in Japan. They've been doing it for thousands of years. By the time it reaches us, please don't ask me to pronounce it either.
It's ancient like Japanese secret is what it is.
Shugiban.
Shugibon.
I ate a Shugibon the other day.
Yeah,
really good.
You're like, why am I even talking about this? We're already cut. Well, yeah, you basically you burn the outside of your house, and it's better than painting. Mm-hmm. Obviously, because some other foreign culture does it.
Sure, I saw that like on a Chip and Joanna show one time. It was one of those type shows on HGTV, and they did that technique, and they took this like blowtorch and burnt the wood, and supposedly it's supposed to be good for it.
Yeah, I had recently built a woodshed, and the problem was I didn't know when to. You don't know when to stop.
Yeah,
so I just have a big pile of charred wood out there. It's not good to.
He got so excited he froze, Rick.
Yeah.
Let's see. There he is. Okay, he's back. All right.
Oh my gosh, it's my internet. Yeah, you know what, guys? Have we said that I live out in the country?
Yes.
You need to feed that hamster, Juwan, so he can keep running on.
Come on, man. I crack the whip on that thing.
I was going to say, Juwan, I mean, I live in the country, but Juwan really lives out in the country. Now, is your home made out of wood as well that you could do that? Or would you have to do wood and just nail it on the siding, or what do you have out there?
Well, we got a log home, so I got a lot of wood to work with. You know, I can burn it real good before I get too far.
Yeah,
just like when it catches on fire. I don't know what to do when it actually catches on fire. You're just like, okay, is this part of the process?
Well, that's a little too burnt now.
Is this supposed to be doing this?
I had heard years ago that if you owned which I think is really cool, log homes, that's awesome. I have good friends that just bought one actually, but this from what I heard from the professionals is that they tend to shift a lot. Do log cabins, has yours shifted yet, or did they tell you that when you bought it?
Well, I've only been here for a couple of years. Now I'm going to be walking around the house with a ruler, going up against the walls. We're shifting. What do you do?
We're what?
Yeah, watch it. The children are in the room.
Well, you could just lean. If it shifts, you just lean the other way, so it looks like you're standing straight.
If there's a tornado, you go in the bathroom. What happens if your home shifts? What room do you hide in then?
There you go. I don't know.
Hey, if you know things that we think about with Juwan.
Thanks for that nightmare. I was worried about a tree falling on us, but now I'm worried about the walls falling over.
Hey, that's what I do. I'm a cloud of rain on a Sunday. Hey, if you know the details about log cabins, call 867-5309, and Juwan will pick up. His office manager will pick up. Anyway,
yeah.
Well. So glad we could catch up with you. You mentioned that I do want to talk about your comedy stuff you're doing with John Branyan. I didn't realize you were doing that. Maybe you told me before, but I'm 60 and I tend to forget.
Well, you know, people hear the name John Branyan, they're like, "Oh, that guy."
No, that guy. That guy. So what do you want to
talk about? Branyan. Oh, sorry. I was going to fill it in. I know there's like a 3-second lag. You're probably, I don't know what, on my end, we're like having this tight conversation, but on y'all's end, I'm probably just sitting here going,
Well, on our end, Dan and I are already at lunch.
Oh, okay.
It's noon.
You're going to catch up with us soon, though. So
one day.
Let us know what you want. We'll order it for you.
In case your listeners don't know, and the viewers on Facebook, John Branyan is famous for his Three Little Pigs in Shakespeare. He tells the Three Little Pigs like Shakespeare would, and it's a masterpiece. You must see it. But me, John Branyan, another comedian named Brian April, every Sunday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, we do just a comedy show, and we play games and we'll do sketches. We'll have guests on. We had Leland Clausen and Thor Ramsey was on there, and we do. I did a thing called overly specific Mad Libs. Yeah, because we tried to do Mad Libs once, and I was getting into this improv. So when you do a Mad Lib, normally you go, I need a noun, I need an adjective, and I was getting into the improv mode. When you're like, give me a relationship between two men or something like that. So I was asking for really specific stuff, and we turned it into a game.
Very specific Mad Libs. I like that.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So how long have you been doing that? And is there an outline to this besides the ad libs, of course? But do you have specific things that you in a direction that you go, or you just say, okay, the mic is on, the camera's on, let's just do something?
We rip it up. We usually it's usually kind of like game. We'll do weird news. We'll do games with each other. John does this thing. He calls it the proboscis of rock. And so he just cuts out a picture where you just see the nose, and we try to guess the musician.
Oh, that's funny.
The hardest thing I've ever done.
That's funny.
Wow. I don't think I've gotten one right.
Yeah, that would be hard just by the nose. Wow. I mean, maybe the eyes you could do it, but just the nose.
Yeah. And so what's another thing? We've done a couple of improv games where the audience will give us a line to do. So it's called lines. And you act out a scene, and then you end your thing with whatever they say. It's just a Quiplash or Joke Boat. Sometimes the audience can hop on in that, and it's great. It's a load of fun. And we've been doing it for this April 4th is like our anniversary show. So we're trying to gather all the clips of the highlights and stuff. And Brian April does impressions. So he did like Emperor Palpatine and Severus Snape from Harry Potter and stuff.
Right. Yeah. And so, gotta love Snape. Gotta love
him. While you're doing it live, is there a place we can go to see the old ones? Or, I mean, do you have it in a?
Yeah. Well, if you really want to, if you don't, want to commit to seeing us live, or you got other things to do on Sunday night, you go to John Branyan's YouTube page. You just go on YouTube and search John Branyan, look at his channel, and then all the weeks since April of last year, we got them all up there. So, and you can see me.
All right.
Hey, that's awesome. Really why you want to do it, right?
Oh yeah, of course.
Hey, I kind of got lost when you said proboscis. Dan, what is that?
That's your nose. Your proboscis is your
nose.
Is? Yeah.
Have you seen a proboscis?
I've seen a probiscuit. Yes.
Not a freeze on this. Sorry.
There he is. Okay, he's back. That hamster is just really having a hard time.
Wow. He's lazy, man.
You froze up at probiscuit.
I got it. Here's what you do, Juan. You somehow take a electric cord, and put it on Melody's fiddle, and then the more she fiddles, the more.
There you go. You create
that as to drive the thing. That's not a bad idea.
Good idea.
Just gonna go. Thank you. I was just talking about a proboscis monkey. They got big noses.
Okay.
But so proboscis is there he is again. He's frozen.
Well, I think like mosquitoes.
Wow, sorry, I restarted everything.
Mosquitoes, what they sting you with or suck your blood with, is a proboscis. That's what that is.
So, wow.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I might
that's what
something new
FaithTalk
every
Live
day.
is for, man.
Yeah.
Wow. I'm gonna start using that in my vocabulary starting today.
We're not just pretty faces around here.
Hey, Juan Devevo, part of Casting Crowns. He's the comic, and you can check him out either live or on Memorex there on the YouTube. On YouTube. Yeah, check him out. All right, so what else is going on with you? Last time that you were on the show, you had a special package show up, and it was that guitar. Have you been playing that guitar they sent you?
Yeah, we did. I took it on a lot of the drive-in tour that we were just on, and we're about to go out on a parking lot tour, which we're calling it the drive-in tour. So, but because we learned that a drive-in is just a field with a screen in it, and it's really hard to get big buses in on a mushy field. So we're like, maybe parking lots would work. So we're bringing our own screen, and then you guys can come see us in a parking lot, which is the same, and it'll be just as fun.
Are these like Walmart parking lots or what?
Oh, well, we'll be doing like venues and things like that. We'll be on to actual. Like, so where you normally go to see a concert, we'll be going there, except we'll be outside. And
you'll be in the parking lot. Okay.
Yeah. And since it's spring, you ever been trapped inside and said, I just want to go out and enjoy the weather? That's what we're going to do.
Yes. That's the way I've been for the last 2 months. I've been waiting for spring weather to go outside. Yes.
Oh, we all have.
Yeah. The other day I was watching the Netflix, and we love Brian Regan or Reagan, however you say it.
Oh, yeah. He's got a new one out, right?
Yes, and I started watching it, and he's funny to me anyway. But I tell you, this pandemic for him, he is bringing out some really good stuff. So I was thinking also, when this is connected here, I mean, you guys are also in the studio. So, I mean, give everybody time to just kind of say, okay, let's really think this thing through and see what we're going to put together. What's going on there?
Well, on a serious note, to make it serious turn, Mark's really been writing some really good songs that are coming out, and I can't wait for you guys to hear them, because we went up Nashville, tracked a couple of them, and just listening to we had 2, but then he was like, here, why don't you listen? He had 3 more, so we're almost halfway through the album right now. So it is great. He's just been writing up a storm. We've been praying. We usually pray for him. He goes away and he writes, and we pray for him. And then these songs come out, and we just we get to play them for people, and God uses them in a bigger way. Like when you first hear the song, you have your own context for it, but then people start coming with their stories after they hear it, and it's amazing how much more God does with it than you ever. And you're like, this is what I want to say, and God's like, yeah, but I'm going to say this and this to this other person. So it's great.
So when is that new album coming out? Do you know yet?
You know what? We don't have a date for it. You don't want to. I think there's like a silly superstition. Like, you don't want to say anything.
Yeah.
You don't even want to give a month. It's like, sometime in the future. This year, expect 2021 to have a new Crowns album. But I'm not gonna do that to us. Like you said, I'd be the guy too. I'd be the guy to say it, and then everything screws up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Everybody would know it was Juan too, because everybody else they've taken some kind of pact or
oath.
Oath that they would not do it. Who would be, out of all of you, Juan, if there was a secret that you couldn't tell the public, who out of all of you would be the first to let it out, you think?
I'm gonna just blame Josh, the other guitar player, because he's younger than me. And he's excited. He's usually excited about things. He's one of those guys that would say it and not know it or try to keep it, but then inadvertently blurt it out. But he hasn't done any of that yet. Yeah. So just to let you guys know, we haven't incriminated him for that yet.
Well, we look forward to it coming out whenever that may be in 2021.
Yeah. As the Lord wills.
Yes.
As James says.
Juan Devevo with us. Now, how many albums have you been on? Because I want to ask you about the process. Are the processes for you guys always the same? Or does that get boring and you just kind of try something new?
Oh, no. Yeah. How many do we have out? Do y'all have that?
16.
Did I send that in?
I think a bunch.
Is it? Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy. I've definitely been on the live ones. We got a few live ones, so I was a part of those. And one of the coolest ones we did was a live worship album with our students. So our church was there. We're just basically in our little student room, and we just did a concert in there with them, and that was great. But the process has always been, like I said, Mark will go away and he'll write, but he's a master craftsman. So when he comes to us, he's got melody and words together. He already knows how the song's going to go. Yeah. So we just kind of get to jam along with him. So he's kind of like another instrument. And for a while, it's kind of like jazz. You just get in there. And the way we do it, this isn't everybody. And the way nowadays, too, is you'll do drums and bass and kind of build on that. But we get together and all kind of play off each other. And I think that gives it more. I think we're kind of more feeling off each other, especially since we've been together for so long. And so the music comes out of that. And our main goal is we don't want to get on top of the lyric. That's we really want the words to be out there. Yeah. So we don't want to do anything that draws attention to itself. So the words will sit on top of the music, and that and it seems to work. It seems to be working for us. That's a good formula.
Yeah.
I know you love all your songs that you've done, no doubt, but is there one that when you play it, you're like, man, I can't wait to play on this one?
Man, there's a ton of them. East to West is always a excuse me, that's a no-no on the radio. And
we do it all the time. It's okay.
Yeah.
Right into the mic. Thanks, guys. I feel welcome now.
We do
East
that
to West.
Yeah.
Sorry. East to West, from the moment I heard it, I was like, man, that's a great, that the whole gospel's in one song. And then watch people react to that. It just doesn't get old with the crowd. They just don't, they're not just going, oh yeah, this one. It's always, yeah, East to West. And then we usually end with Storm. And that's a good one, because you really see there are people that have come to our concert within weeks of losing somebody. I'm like, I don't know if I could even think about going out if I lost somebody close to me. But it's a big encouragement to me, because that means that our concerts aren't like something that people, I was going to say, they're not something people have fun at. But that's all I'm going to say.
It's like a funeral service.
It's not a concert. Yeah, we're not there. It's not a show. They're not going to a show. They're coming to be with other believers and to worship with us. We kind of try to include the crowd in on what we're doing. So that's why they're there. That's why they come. That's why it's cool to see people respond to songs like Storm. And then when we do Glorious Day, usually at the end, that's just it's a great time of worship. I just like when we're all singing together. That's one of my favorite moments. Any song we're playing.
Yeah,
that's so cool. Juan Devevo. Now, I did ask you about the albums, but remind me how many years all of you have been together. I know you guys were in the youth thing a long time ago. Has that
I met Mark in 1999.
99.
And then Crowns was signed and hit the road in 2003.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I don't know what's next.
20 years.
Is that right?
Yeah, 18 years. I guess.
Yeah. Oh, is that only 18?
I can't remember the first Crowns. I mean, I've always been on the radio, Dan as well. I can't remember the first Crowns song I played.
Free the Body came out first. That was our first single.
We Are the Body, I think, is the first one I ever played. Yeah.
Yes. That's right. That was the first drop. Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I appreciate you playing that too. That really helped us out.
Oh, we played it all right.
And still playing.
Really? That's fantastic. As long as you don't get hate calls. We have that in
rotation with Chris Tomlin and Third Day, I think. Those three
just
songs.
3 songs.
Juan Devevo with us, and pretty soon they'll have that new Crowns album, and they're going to be on tour during the parking lot tour, not the drive-in tour, but the park. Hey,
drive up tour.
Yeah.
Now, since it's a whole different dynamic, I would assume, I'm only assuming here because I'm not in your position, so you probably know. Would you be able to squeeze, I guess, more people in a parking lot than you would inside of well, depending on the building, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, you got like parking lots could be massive.
Yeah.
And then think about garages. No, we haven't even talked about parking garages, but the drive-in only goes so far back, and it has a designated number of parking spaces. But if you go somewhere like
arena
Phillips,
or something.
Yeah. Well, Phillips doesn't have any parking near it, does it?
No, they got
like Gwinnett, the Cobb, the Power Energy Center up there. They got like a big wide open, parking lot. That'd be great. And maybe there is a Walmart or two. I haven't looked at all the venues yet, but
could be. It'll work.
Hey, do you think you guys would do something like dinner theater and just right before you go on, serve people food like hot dogs and?
Wow, that's not a bad idea. Like an extra ticket, but now you put like a ministry twist on it because you're like serving people. Would you guys serve people?
Yeah,
so, yeah.
There you go.
Hey,
and you could be out there directing traffic with your little traffic cone things and telling people where to park. And
it's funny. I was doing we call it the Starving Comics Quarantine Show. That's what we were doing. But I was doing the John Brandon show with Brian, and I was on the road, so I was kind of like a field reporter. And they go, "Hey, we want you to go out in the audience and ask them, can they name all the members of Crowns?" And so I was just stopping people, and this is live on YouTube. I'm like, "Hey, can you guys know all the names of the people in the band?" No, I'm sorry. I was like, do you know my name? And they're like, no.
Who are you?
Well, yeah, I'm like, I'm in the band. You might see me later. And this was before the show. But they would do
We're not going to know what they would do. Yep, maybe.
Let's see. Let's see
Is
if
he
he
back?
unfreezes. You know, if he would do
There he
that,
is. Okay, now he's back. Okay.
if he would burn the
From
side-
my perspective, I'm not freezing at all. I'm just sitting here far away.
Rick, you're right. If he would just burn the side of his house, he wouldn't have this problem.
he'd have
That's the
better
problem.
intranet.
Reception.
Yeah, I don't remember where we were. I think naming the crowns.
Yeah,
Do you
nobody could do it. It was a nice exercise in humility.
Do you think now? Do
For
they
me,
know?
at least.
Do they know Mark's name, or because the band
Yeah.
is called Casting Crowns, they don't know anybody's name?
I think that, and then another thing is we like if you look at our CDs, if you have a CD, CDs were things that we used to buy and put into a player, but we don't have our picture on much. Like if you look at the album art, it's just there's no pictures. And one person actually looked at their radio because they were playing Crowns. I was like, "Can you name the members?" And they went, no. I was like, "Well, our names going to be listed on the?"
There's casting and there's crowns. Outside of that, we don't know.
Hey, but you know what? I'll bet there is a certain percentage of fans that do know every single name. I guarantee it.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah,
That ego inflated back. Thanks. I need to inflate every once in a while.
We love you,
That's my
Juan.
problem.
Yes,
Thanks, man.
we love you, Juan. Thank you so much. Hey, Juan Devevo, Casting Crowns and comic. You can check him out on tour with Crowns at a parking lot near you, castingcrowns.com. And the new album coming up, and he'll let us in on that when that's about ready to drop. And then on Sunday nights, he's with John Branyan. And I'm sorry, what was the other comedian's name?
Brian April. He's got a dry bar special coming out at some point.
Awesome.
I think
there's some good stuff on there. I think we need to see Juan Devevo on there. So anyway, check that out on Sunday nights, or go to John Branyan's YouTube and you can see all the greatest hits with Juan Devevo. Hey, we got to take a break. Juan, thank you so much. We love hanging with you.
man.
You're amazing. We'll be right back. I'm Rick Probst.
And I'm Dan Radcliffe.
And
I'm Juan Devevo.
There you go.
It's
Faith Talk Live.